Hello, guys. Welcome again to my reaction movie channels, Mandela with Entertainment. Thanks, guys, for all the support you guys been showing me. Getting my views up there, few subscribers here and there. Thank you so much. Today, I'm going to be reacting to another Australian big hit movie. Um, it has multiple sequels to it, but this one is called Mad Max 2. So apparently, I believe I might have seen Mad Max 1, but I don't think I've seen Mad Max 2. And then I ended up seeing the latest one, George Miller made a few years ago with Tom Hardy and that South African actress. She's really good as well. So that was another big hit, another one of George Miller. I enjoyed that, the latest one. That was my first time seeing that one. And then later I ended up going back and watching the ones that were done in the 80s and so forth. Anyway, so yes, I'm going to react for Mad Max 2, few of the scene from Mad Max 2. Of course, you guys know Mel Gibson. I've reacted to early movies of his one, and one of my first reaction for a movie was Braveheart. It's another hit of Mel Gibson. He's one of great actors of my generation and maybe the generation before me, the Gen X, I think they call it, the 80s. But of course, I'm the millennial, so you get me, out there, whoever's watching, you understand what I'm talking about. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and without further ado, react to the movie and then I'll give my take afterward. So, let's get it. All right, Mad Max 2. Let's get to it. Oh, man, this guy. something something about his haircut, man. I don't know whether he was the guy who invented the haircut or he is the starting up of it, the moho stuff. But it gave him that kind of like visibility, man. It gave him that niche, so to speak. It's a very interesting haircut there. But it suits the character that he's playing, of course, being the bad guy, the guy. You can, this is the beauty thing about playing characters that are unflattering, not the lead, the antagonist. From the costumes to the grooming to all the other areas, you don't have limitation when it comes to you playing a bad guy. This is the beauty of it. So we actors, as we understand it, one of the joy we found when we're playing a guy who's kind of like out there, about to create chaos, as much as in the real world, in morality, so to speak, it's something that you don't want to aspire to be. But when you're doing it in the art form, there's beauty and liberation, and like you find freedom and liberty to just go further with the characters as much as you want. So that's the good thing about it. I don't want to do too much. Let's keep going. Of course, guys. So with Mad Max 2 at the moment, what I'm doing is that I'm watching clips from the movies from the original one, the longer form. I'm doing the short of it, and obviously that's like 8 minutes 16 seconds. But I'm giving my take, and at some point, of course, you know, I think I'm gonna end up watching the long form on my own time. But I just showing you my perspective of how I feel about those movies. And I mean, movies of the early on, like the 70s and I mean, even all the way to the 60s. There's amazing thing about these movies to be set in today's age because they've changed so much from storytelling all the way to the format, the way it's put together. It's very different. So that's why I enjoy those kind of perspective. Let's keep going. What happened to his eye? That's a good makeup, by the way. I already can tell this kid is good. Let's keep going. Uh-oh. Again, like this guy with the mask as well. There's something about him. Sets him apart really well. Where's the mask? I'm trying to get the mask. Sorry. This guy here, man, the mask. Interesting. What a very interesting look. Him. That also like that mask, man. I don't know whether he was the start of it or there was ones that were done before him, multiple, and then he might be stole it from there as well. But because it's a very unique kind of way of, giving yourself, like character layers. You know what I'm saying? So I think later on, I started to see even in rap musics, like Eminem songs he did with 50 Cent, you don't know. He wears that kind of, mask covering his face. As they're taking him on the plane to another prison because he's the most dangerous criminal in America, basically. So, I think maybe he took it from that. And then I'm guessing there was another movie, Anthony, the American actor, Anthony Hacks or something. This guy is really good as well actor. He did few good movies in lately. Which few of them was the pop, some of them of the pop of Rome and all that he did. So he also in some of his movies he wore, being the bad guy, wore the thingy, the mask. So it's quite interesting. I look like the para thing, the para fly thing, or the one that happened, with the 10th of October about the Palestine thing. That's crazy, man. I don't want to get too much into politics and all that. Let's keep going.
FlexJobs is the #1 job site to find remote, work from home, and flexible schedule jobs.
This is really interesting place. I'm from Australia, in case you don't know, and one of the fun facts I know about this film. There's few more, but one of the fun facts that I know about this film is the shot in Balcombe Hill. Now, Balcombe Hill is like towards Western Sydney. I grew up around Western Sydney a little bit, and I used to visit, a friend that lived in that area. So, but I've never been in that kind of more of a deserted kind of area. But from what I know, George Miller shot a lot of films in that area, and it tends to be a very popular place. for filmmakers to shoot something to do with like that kind of theme, you know. So it's such a popular place. But I guess yeah, I'm getting that vibe of like people are fighting over oil, that type of thing. It's really of course something it's very intense. People need it to get cities building up and moving and thriving. You need this kind of resource. Like oil is something people kind of really will go to war over it. So you already know. So, and if you don't know, you gotta research a bit more, know how important it is, oil in the world, especially today. Even like the costumes, man. Man, there's something interesting about the costumes. It's like almost you can almost see like their own world, like not in a regular, like I believe this came out in '81, I believe, from what I'm saying, which I will look up later on. But even in '81, people didn't dress up like that. This is like maybe it's some kind of gang bikers maybe would have dressed up like that, but it just feels like it's another different planet just being given to us so we can consume this kind of type of entertainment because it's definitely very artistic. This is my point. It's very artistic. It's definitely people don't dress up like that, to live day to day life going to Woolies and Kmart and Walmart for those in America, Walmart and all that type of thing. People don't dress up like that for fun and go today going about their own business. So this is definitely art right there, I can tell. Oh shit. That's crazy. I feel so weird. Right. They destroyed the thing, man. Destroyed the oil place, man. God damn. That sounds familiar. On the road chasing the bad guys. Get him! Oh. Some of these, speaking of plane, I was about to make a mistake and say plane, and then we got plane upstairs. It's crazy. Speaking of these cars, like the way it's designed as well, like from costumes all the way to props, all the way to the set, it just feels like a different planet because I don't think cars like that been invented like in for people as a luxury, as a leisure to be driving around since cars came about. So this is a very artistic way of making cars. So it's always in the movie, not in real life. Nobody be driving like that, run about trying to show off with this kind of car. But it's quite cool. It looks like some kind of plane, but also it's not a plane. Like it's some kind of rocket looking to it, but it's not a rocket. It has wheels, so it's amazing to look at though. That's my point. Wow. So Mel Gibson is trying to protect this last oil, and the bad guys are chasing after him. Let's find out if they're gonna get him. What is he trying to do? Shit, that thing is sharp, man. Bruh. What did he get? He got the door. God damn. Oh, Mel Gibson is still going. Let's go. This guy looking like his costume look like some kind of Saudi Arabian type of dude, man. He has that vibe of like the Arabs in the desert, like that kind of vibe. It looks like maybe he was kind of aiming to what's that? Because also it's desert, give you all that vibe. Oil, Saudi Arabia is known for that. There's a bit of that kind of relation to that. So I think I see where he's going with that because yeah, that costume will also give him that vibe of like a cattle raiser or camel man, in the desert area of like the Middle East type of thing vibe. Right. These guys are busy. Trying to get everything. Oh. Turns back on him. He's the one that thought he was gonna get it. And now his car's getting destroyed. Let's keep going.
Making your payments more secure.
I don't have the premium, guys. That's why I have to deal with this. Quick. Yeah. Get him. Get him. That's a shame. This kid is gonna do something. She died, man. This kinda sucks, eh? Isn't she like a love interest or something? Now Mel Gibson is distracted. Man. Apparently, this is a fan fact is coming up. Wait. Apparently, there's a fan fact about this guy. This scene, actually, when the stunt happened, the guy ended up breaking one of his thigh, man. And like literally, you watch in other the the back scene, like the behind the scene in other videos, it shows that ambulance literally came and like they got him on the stretcher and they carried him to the hospital. But Apparently, it wasn't a big injury. He ended up making it back to the set at some point as well. But apparently, this didn't land well, man. Even though they had all the safety net around, apparently the impact was quite a strong. Got his one of his femur, I believe, femur or the thighs, and then man, yeah, it was a big injury. But yeah, man, and they kept the scene that cut in the movie that particular this particular flip, they kept it in the scene, man, which is quite also very dramatic, very action type of style. But yeah, there is people, it costs, man, to have something like that. So basically I'm trying to say it costs somebody health to get you some of that flip on your screen, man. People lost some bits of their body on it, man. It's not easy, eh? Heavy stuff, man. I'm not laughing at the injury, man. That's trash. Well, guys, that was a short one, man. But, bruh, it's such a good movie, man. It's a very, very good movie. Actually, something about this kid, man. In some video I've watched, where is this kid? I'm trying to look for the kid. His reaction. I'm waiting for that kid's reaction. Oh yeah, him. Yeah. Right here. Yeah, him. Right there. Oh my God, I keep missing him. Him. This kid, man. Oh, in some of the clips I've seen bits of it as well. He's very integral in the film. Like he got some kind of his skills and ends up, cutting people's heads, fingers off. He's very integral in the film. So I love his journey as well in the film. He happens to be on Mel Gibson's side. Of course, Mel Gibson also got the sidekick of him. But overall, guys, this movie is amazing. But again, guys, George Miller, for those that don't know, he's also one of our greats, just like Tarantino or Martin Scorsese of the Hollywood, the American dudes. He's our Tarantino. He's our Martin Scorsese as well. So so he's one of our great. But again, and I haven't, like, even though I know of George Miller, I don't think I've seen a lot of his work as much as the other ones that I've seen. Like I said early on, I was very. Actually, let me stop this one here. Stop the recording. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I got it, guys. So, like I said, with George Miller, like I said, one of his the first film I've seen of him was the latest Mad Max with Tom Hardy and South African lady. What's her name? Let me actually look up her name so that I don't, mess up, keep messing up. There it is. There it is. There it is. Mad Max. Right there. Let's see. Her name is Charlize. Charlize Theron or something. Charlize Theron. Yeah, that version. That was my first time seeing one of George Miller film. Of course, he did other ones. The latest one as well with Chris Hemsworth, which was the Furious. I think something about Fast Furious, Mad Max. Where it is? Yeah, here. Uh, Furious and something. Furiosa and Mad Max Saga. That one. Mad Max Saga. These are the latest one, of course, but the one with Tom Hardy, I believe he did it in 2016 or something like that, or 2015. But yeah, he's amazing. Another fun facts I found out about Mad Max as well too is that is one of Mad Max 2, one of the highest budgetable Australian films to ever be made. Back then, maybe if I'm not mistaken, back then it took about 4.5 million Australian bucks. So that's basically in American money, probably it's like 2 million something. So that's another fun facts. Another fun facts. I think another fun fact I learned that the film use less lines on it as well. There was not a lot of lines. It was quite a lot. So that's a good thing about the film. And Mel Gibson actually had only 16 lines in it, which is a good thing. So, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.